Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alicia Acevedo, and I am a health education specialist for the RISE program. I have been in the health education field for a little over a year now, so I have many new ideas to share with you all. RISE is an acronym which stands for Reduce Weight, Increase Physical Activity, San Pablo and Richmond, Exercise Daily. And for those of you who are fortunate enough to be bilingual, I will tell you the acronym in Spanish. Reducir peso, incrementar actividad física, San Pablo y Richmond, ejercicio diario. You will see here some childhood obesity statistics. According to Contra Costa Health Services, among school children in Richmond, Latinos and African Americans have a higher prevalence of obesity than whites and Asians. Children who are overweight or obese are at a greater risk of becoming obese as adults and suffering the health consequences of lifetime of obesity. The obesity epidemic in Richmond is contributing to the existing health disparity in minority populations. According to Contra Costa Health Services, 32% of the children who reside in the city of Richmond are considered obese and 20% are overweight. The chances of becoming obese for that 20% is very high. 29% of the children who reside in the city of San Pablo are considered obese and 23% are overweight. However, that weight can also be reduced and shifted to a better category. I believe this is a serious situation that requires special attention. I find it imperative to implement this health education effort when children begin school. It is a perfect time to make the transition to start living healthier and making better choices that will benefit families in the long run. RISE goals: to reduce consumption of highly sugared beverages, to increase physical activity, to read food labels properly, to increase consumption of fruits and vegetables, to make lifelong changes, and to reduce medical visits. The RISE campaign has been created to target vulnerable Latino populations in the cities of Richmond and San Pablo. The target population consists of Latino children who are prone to developing obesity or who are currently struggling with weight issues. Vulnerability is due to low health literacy, low socioeconomic status, and lack of health care. The development of the program is focused on the needs of the Latino population to be effective and to generate positive lifelong habits that will enhance the overall health and well-being of Latino children. The RISE campaign has been tailored to address the cultural needs of Latino families in both cities. Reducing the incidence of childhood obesity will improve health and reduce the need for medical services, which in turn will reduce money spent on chronic medical conditions. I will use the trans-theoretical model, which uses 5 stages as an organized outline for the program. There are 5 categories who are grouped by their ability and willingness to change: pre-contemplation stage, contemplation stage, preparation stage, action stage, and maintenance stage. Number 1. I am not ready to change, but I will listen to what you have to say. Number 2. The information sounds beneficial, so maybe I will change. Number 3. I am determined to make change in the upcoming months. Number 4. I am exercising and making better food choices. Number 5. Gee, I've been doing this for over 6 months now, and I feel great. The RISE program will last 12 months. Data will be collected every 3 months and will be presented to stakeholders. This will help determine if messages are getting across to families effectively. The target population will be solicited and asked to participate at 2 local churches. After church services, an information table will be available with a representative from my team to recruit participants. Tabling will also take place at 2 local parks. Bilingual handouts will be provided as well as an email address and phone number. This intervention will occur over a period of 12 months. Interested parties will be interviewed in depth to determine if they will be good candidates or not. Foreseen challenges. Reducing the incidence of childhood obesity can help lower the risk of developing chronic diseases such as diabetes. I am of Latino descent and I come from a family who has a high incidence of obesity along with several other comorbidities. Reducing the incidence of childhood obesity amongst Latinos is very important to me, and this is the reason why I have created the RISE campaign. I would like to teach Latinos the importance of making better food choices. How foods are prepared is very important. All my life, I have been surrounded by people who cook with corn, oil, or butter. I would like to educate the community about how important it is to replace unhealthy habits with healthy ones. Making changes can be challenging because food preparation styles are instilled within a person's culture. As challenging as that may be, I am ready to take on that challenge to create positive changes within the communities of San Pablo and Richmond, California. Location. The program will take place at a local park, one in Richmond and one in San Pablo. My program will be local. Both parks are in a central location and are easily accessible by public transportation, car, or walking. Nickel and Davis Park have food vendors around all of the time. Unhealthy snacks are sold, such as stuffed churros, which are deep-fried pieces of dough sprinkled with sugar and cinnamon. They are often stuffed with Nutella or dulce de leche. Snacks like popsicles are also sold. You will often run into a person selling steamed corn with mayonnaise, cheese and hot sauce, or chips topped with lemon and hot sauce. I want to teach my target population about the health risks associated with eating these types of snacks regularly. In turn, they will learn how to make healthier choices. I took a couple of pictures at the park of the street vendors who are often there during and after soccer practice. Inactive versus active. I was able to observe behaviors at different parks, so I took 2 photos. The one on the left is of parents sitting in their lounge chairs eating unhealthy snacks sold by the food vendors. The one on the right is a group of kids that are playing soccer. This is a type of behavior that I was able to observe. I took snapshots of the behaviors normally practiced during soccer practice. Parents sit in their lounge chairs eating foods that are sold by food vendors in the park. I want this behavior to change so that parents are able to engage with their children in exercise and make better choices about their health. The RISE program is geared towards reducing childhood obesity. However, I know that parents will be engaged enough to make better choices for themselves too. You can say that I'm trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I took some photos of ads that are mailed out to the homes in our area. These are a few examples of what type of correspondence is sent to homes in the San Pablo and Richmond area. Nothing but fast food. I do not see anything healthy on this page. Not one single coupon for a discount on a salad. I have a friend who lives in Marin, which is a very nice area. She came over my house one day and said, "Why don't I ever get these coupons in the mail?" My response to her was, "It is probably because you live in a really nice neighborhood." Why are folks who live in low-income neighborhoods targeted to purchase unhealthy foods? People with a low health literacy can see that these coupons for fast food that cost very little. These coupons are very eye-catching and colorful. Fast food consumed by children away from home in quick service restaurants is a particular concern, and it is linked to increased calorie intake and decreased diet quality. Further, increases in the proportion of calories consumed away from home corresponds with the onset of widespread obesity in the population. Finally, higher consumption of fast food has been linked with larger increases in body mass index over time. Some of the activities that will be included in the program are weigh-ins, cooking demos, group exercise, grocery store field trips, movie nights, and outdoor health information presentations. Activities will take place at each park. At the start of the program, participants will be weighed in. They will then be able to set a goal, whether it is losing weight, increasing physical activity, or reducing blood pressure levels. Families who participate will agree to attend all program activities. Grocery store trips will be planned out to teach participants how to make healthier food purchases. Handouts will be provided to assist participants in learning how to read food labels properly. Group exercise classes will be held outdoors at both parks. Cooking demos will also take place at the park. On movie night, a group of participants will be asked to create healthy snacks to bring to watch the movie. Popcorn and candy should be replaced with healthier alternatives. Presentations will be given at the park as well. Planning outdoor activities will entice participants to be more active. The setting of the program is significant, so all activities will be held outdoors. My program leaders consist of a vast array of volunteers, including local chefs, health education specialists, Zumba instructors, and soccer coaches. They are all native to either Richmond or San Pablo and have a genuine desire to make a difference in the Latino community. All volunteers are bilingual. In addition to organizing activities, volunteers have also taken on the responsibility of recruiting participants. Volunteers will organize and take care of movie night. Cooking demos and classes will be taken care of by Francisco and Renee, which are local chefs. The grocery store field trip will be organized by myself and a colleague. The outdoor group exercise will be done by Yanet, which is our local Zumba instructor. Weigh-ins will be done by two local soccer coaches, Oscar and Roya. And outdoor health presentations will be done by my colleague Alva. There are some anticipated barriers. Number 1, family relocation. 2, time constraints. 3, participation. Anticipated barriers are the relocation of participants to another city and commitment. Time constraints are a possible obstacle. Interested parties will be interviewed in depth to determine if they will be good candidates or not. Relocation will be one of the questions presented in regard to commitment. The participant will agree to sign a contract to ensure participation. Incentives will also be available. If participants have time constraints, make-up sessions of mandatory weigh-ins or meetings will be available. Incentives will be provided as goal markers to participants to keep them engaged. Outcomes. Thumbs up for my outcomes, because having such a strong, dedicated team gives me the confidence to say that this program will result in positive, lifelong changes. A process evaluation will be used for this program. Health promotion programs benefit from an accompanying process evaluation since it can provide a more insight in the strength and weakness of a program. This type of evaluation can be utilized to examine and record program execution. It also gives a better understanding between program components as well as outcomes. I believe that RISE will create change in our communities by increasing activity among Latino families. I believe that money will be saved by reducing medical office visits. I believe that people will be engaged and concerned enough to make healthier choices. I strongly feel that this program model will be used for future interventions due to its success. I am very confident in the RISE program. I have worked very hard with my volunteers and my team to make it strong, and we have generated useful information for participants to use. I invite you to participate in my program, and I thank you ahead of time for your time, attendance, interest, and concern. Our team has a genuine interest in reducing childhood obesity among the Latinos in San Pablo and Richmond. I invite you to join in. If you would like to help or if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I will be available after the presentation for about half an hour. Thank you once again. I appreciate it very much.